try the local flavors, and experience fireworks on the beach. Get ready to experience the beauty of Oahu.
My name is Colleen Kelly, and when I was single, I lived abroad and traveled the world. Then I became a parent and wondered, how would I ever travel again? So I set out to find a new way to travel and get back to exploring the world family style. I'm here to guide you on how to get the most out of your family vacation. Pack your bags and join me, Colleen Kelly. We're going on vacation. Funding provided by...
I am never getting married. We're never having kids.
We are never moving to the suburbs.
We're never having another kid.
I'm pregnant.
I'm never letting go.
For all the nevers in life, State Farm is there.
Family Travel proudly supports the following charities. Gigi's Playhouse, free programs for people with Down syndrome. Mercy Home for boys and girls, giving healing and hope to children and teens. Misericordia, providing a network of services for people with developmental disabilities. A visit to Oahu will give you a real taste of life and culture in Hawaii. The island is called Hawaii's gathering place, and it's nicknamed that for good reason. The majority of Hawaii's population resides right here. Oahu is a cultural hub where the values of the native Polynesian people are still alive today. While the island is famous for its stunning beaches, we begin our trip in an area known for its mountain trails and ties to Hollywood. Kualua Ranch is a 4,000-acre nature reserve and working cattle ranch. Located about 45 minutes west of the Honolulu airport, this area's serene beauty caught the eye of Hollywood filmmakers in the 1950s. It's been known as Hawaii's Hollywood backlot ever since. Kualua offers a variety of activities.
We have many different experience tours, including movie site tours. The valley here is one of the most filmed and photographed places in all of Hawaii. We also have zip lining. That's our newest tour, started at the beginning of this year. It's in the very, very back of this Ka'ava Valley. We also do 1 hour and 2 hour horseback tours. Yes.
So we decided to saddle up and hit the trails.
You got it.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. There you go, girl.
It's been a while. I'm nervous.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. There you go. You're strong.
Thanks. Whoa. Really? Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I just hold it like this?
Yes. In Hawaii, we say mahalo. Or thank you.
Mahalo.
There you are. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, follow me. Can I get a yeehaw? Yeehaw!
Horseback riding in Oahu. This is sorry about my horse sniffing your butt. Your butt.
This is one of the most filmed and photographed places in all of Hawaii. Most recently, we have Jurassic World. We got a scene from Jurassic Park and many, many other movies. Kualoa Ranch has been in the same family since 1850, all 4,000 acres.
The same family.
The same family, 6 generations.
While it is known for Hollywood royalty now, Kualua was once home to Hawaiian royalty. It was where kings resided and where royals trained to be masters in the arts of war and history.
We've been cattle ranching on this property since the late 1800s, and all of this land here is used for them. Keep going straight, please. We have about 400 cows altogether, and we raise them all grass-fed and finished, so they're natural.
And this is actually a working ranch right now.
Yes, ma'am. This is a working cattle ranch. When the property was first purchased in 1850, the family wanted to try their hand at sugar, but a mixture of a lack of rainfall and poor soil made them abandon that venture and try cattle ranching. And we've still been keeping up with that tradition even to this day.
Kualua also farms oysters, shrimp, and grows all its own flowers and organic vegetables.
Kualoa Ranch Hawaii is dedicated to preservation, natural beauty, and history and culture. So all of our tours try to focus on at least one aspect of those things that I mentioned.
And that's so important for us to do that, isn't it?
It really is. Considering a lot of land is being developed, the family is extremely dedicated to keeping this place as beautiful and natural as we possibly can, considering the amount of traffic, filming, and tours that we do every day.
Next, it was on to Kualua's tour of Hollywood history in Kualua.
Aloha, guys.
Hi, aloha.
Hi, what's the party name?
Kelly.
Kelly. All right, got you guys. Go ahead. We're gonna jump right on top of this van and get you guys onto our movie set tour. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
This is great.
This is actually an amazing map of what we're going to go see. We're actually going to go to some of the sites. All right, so in other words, it was a replica of the Kaava Valley.
Oh, it's big.
Come on down. When you going to get dinosaur eggs, right?
Yeah, you have to have that here.
Are they real?
No, not that ones. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the beautiful Kaava Valley.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
So
It really
cool.
does feel like we're going on a movie set.
Well, we are. We are in a movie set, Katie.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't be surprised if this scenic valley looks very familiar. Since 1955, dozens of films and television shows have taken place on these very grounds. Godzilla, Pearl Harbor, Hunger Games, and of course, Jurassic Park.
They actually walked up the top of this hill on our right side. They look to the left, and all of a sudden they see a herd of dinosaurs running at them. And from that point on, they jump over a log to hide from the T-Rex that soon after jumps out and eats one of the slower dinosaurs as he's passing by. Let's see if one of them will come out and say hello to us, okay? So you're gonna look at the top side of that trees, all right?
Yeah.
There we go, in 3, 2, 1. Looking at the top, keep it right there. Got it.
What?
No,
That's crazy. How did
Did you not see him come out?
How'd you do that? Oh, look at that. Crazy.
And who could forget the gargantuan footprint left by Godzilla?
Okay, let's go.
It's the mom run. Woo! Okay, follow them, Katie.
And if you're lucky, you might even stumble on Hollywood's next big blockbuster being filmed. Oahu's beaches are considered some of the best in Hawaii. This is the island where the sport of surfing was born. World-renowned surfer Duke Kahanamoko was born in the year 1890 and grew up near Waikiki Beach in Oahu. Not only was Duke an Olympic gold medal swimmer, he also helped bring national attention to the sport of surfing. Known as the father of modern surfing, Duke brought the sport into the East Coast in the early 1900s and later brought attention to the waves to Southern California. Today, his spirit is still alive in Oahu. At the Duke Kahanamoko Beach and Lagoon in Waikiki, you can tap into your adventurous side with surf lessons, water cycling, stand-up paddleboarding, and outrigger canoe riding.
Glad you guys are here today. We're going out on the canoe and we're gonna head out there. At some point, we're gonna be the furthest people out there catching waves. It's really exciting. It's like a roller coaster, except we're not on a track. Kind of like Splash Mountain. Reach forward as far as you can, pull back, okay? When I say change sides, you're gonna change hands across your lap and you're gonna paddle on the other side, okay? You're always gonna be on the opposite side of the paddle in front of you. Shay, you're gonna start on your left. Colleen, you're gonna be on your right.
Okay.
Donovan, you're gonna be on your left. Katie, you're gonna be on your right.
The outrigger canoe is a modern version of the boats used by ancient Hawaiians for fishing and traveling between the islands. It's a perfect family activity. The outrigger your canoe seats 9, plus the captain and second captain. It's a good thing you'll need the extra muscle on board to get around. Next, we tried our balancing skills with stand-up paddleboarding.
It's not about how fast you do it, but your technique. For balance, keep your knees bent, keep your knees loose. Never want to lock up. As soon as you lock up, when you start dancing, you fall off the board. Keep the knees loose, head up looking forward. When you got your paddle, there's a little bend on the paddle. You always want the bend forward.
Stand-up paddleboarding is considered one of the fastest-growing water sports of the moment, but its roots are right here in Hawaii. And its revival was brought on by the Beach Boys of Waikiki. And if balance isn't your thing, you can always sit back and relax in one of the lagoon's water cycles. Making leis is an activity that's not only truly beautiful, but also a lesson in Polynesian culture.
We welcome you this morning here at our lei making class. We're going to be using these beautiful flowers. It's an orchid flower, and we're using Dendrobium orchids purposely because it's one of the strongest orchids that you can handle without bruising it or anything. It'll last longer. But mainly it's because I love purple and it's my favorite color. The orchids have their stems on it. You're gonna prick the stems off. Now some of you have asked, what is it I'm wearing on my head? It is called a lei po'o. Just like the lei you're making to go around your neck, this is a lei for my head. The leis were started by our men. Now I'm gonna take you back in time. And our men every day needed to leave their families and their villages to go find food. We didn't have a refrigerator, we didn't have a grocery store. They had to go and fish for it, hunt for it, and they would stumble upon these beautiful flowers. So what they did was they would find vines and leaves and tie them into a braid and stick the stem of the flowers in it. And they would purposely place it around their necks so they wouldn't have it crushed in their hands while they were bringing the provisions back home. And when they would get home, they would take it from their necks and place it around their sweetheart or their mother. And what happens when you get such a beautiful gift? You're happy, you're thankful, you want to say thank you. And so they would give you a kiss back. And that started the tradition of the lei and what you see today. These leis right here, believe it or not, that these wonderful women Colleen is wearing is made out of the same flower.
It's beautiful.
It is taken apart. It is twisted like so. It is sewn differently.
So with the tip of the needle, it's going to go through the center of the flower. And the same way that I'm doing it is the same way you're going to do it as well.
It's very delicate work.
Very delicate.
Lei is the Hawaiian word for garland or wreath. Ancient Hawaiians made leis out of bones, sticks, nuts, and animal teeth. Early Polynesian settlers from Tahiti used leis to distinguish themselves from others. Today, it's a symbol of celebration and affection.
Ooh, is that what you're making?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. All right, how's this look?
It's pretty.
You like it?
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Okay, I could be a master lei maker, I think. What do
Yeah,
you think?
you could.
Yes, you can.
That looks beautiful. Queen Katie.
Because I don't want to push it too low. Very Hawaiian,
Princess
yes.
Shay. I love it. It looks great. Aloha, Katie.
Aloha.
Thank you. How do kids do selfies?
The kids do some.
Why do they do that? Like that? Oh, it's,
Do it. Take one.
I'm embarrassing her. I'm sure it's not right.
I
I'm
know,
a mom.
Wait, say thank you.
Mahalo.
Mahalo.
say that the restaurant scene in Oahu is hot would be an understatement. From food trucks to fine dining, there is no shortage of options for delicious meals at every price point. We got to know the island one bite at a time, and one of our favorite spots had a hometown twist. This is Hank's Hot Dogs. That's hot as in H-A-U-T-E. It's located in Hawaii's capital city of Honolulu. You probably don't think of hot dogs when you think of Hawaiian cuisine, but owner Henry says that is part of his secret to success.
You know, I have fun in innovation and creativity, and that's where I get to express it. It's like, here, let's think up some crazy stuff.
Let's be clear, this isn't your ordinary hot dog stand. This menu is bursting with gourmet flavor: duck, foie gras, lobster, sausage, Kobe, buffalo, and a whole lot more.
One bratwurst, one lobster, one truffle mac and cheese, one no dog, one chorizo.
Wildest thing on the menu, probably say it's alligator dog, because that's why people take it. It's spicy, it's an andouille style sausage.
Henry made a unique career move for a restaurateur. He moved from the fine dining scene to the fast food arena.
Well, again, my background has always been to introduce creative food to wherever I have a restaurant. So this one, of course, is at a much different scale than doing molecular cuisine, which we were involved with before.
Henry's family is from Hawaii, but he grew up in the hot dog capital of America, Chicago. He returned to the island in 2007 and brought with him this new restaurant concept.
He loves hot dogs, and so it's a great place. We're outside. We don't have to worry about getting messy or dirty. We just enjoy ourselves.
Today, we can have fun with just a hot dog. So it can extend in many ways to say, it doesn't have to be your normal thing. We have our classics, but we can just go from there.
As Henry says, he doesn't just sell hot dogs, he sells romance with food. So get ready to fall head over heels. In Honolulu, there is an important piece of American history that is not to be missed: Pearl Harbor. Located just 11 miles from Waikiki, the site of Pearl Harbor is an ideal day trip for families.
Wow, so many flags.
Yeah.
A lot of flags.
Look how big this ship is.
We begin our tour at the USS Missouri. It's known as the greatest battleship of all time. Known as Mighty Mo, this was the last battleship ever commissioned by the United States.
Good morning.
Hi.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Thank you for visiting the Missouri. I was stationed on the ship when I was 18 years old.
You were stationed on this ship?
Yes. So I hope these kids have questions about the ship today.
Yeah, that's
because
very
I
special.
think I can answer your question.
Toby Lang Khan was our guide, and he was a USS Missouri veteran from the Korean War. The trip here couldn't come at a better time for my daughter Shay, who was learning about World War II in school at the time. Seeing the historical sites all around us gave the girls some perspective on this important time in American history.
We're reading a lot of books on Pearl Harbor. Why is it important for kids to remember this moment in history?
Because this is where the surrender took place. On September 2nd, 1945, surrender took place on board in Tokyo Bay. The plaque that you see on a ship embedded thickwood represent the end of World War II.
So this is where World War II ended?
This is where World War II ended. How about that?
And what countries were represented here?
The countries that represent, of course, Japan, of course, the United States, China, England, Australia, Canada, New Zealand. They are represented on board to sign the document. After the ceremony was completed, anybody who was present on board was given this card. This card, by the way, was made on board, and of course, you'll never see that. Please pass along.
So this told people that
yes,
they
that
were
they're
on board
board
at that
ship during
momentous
signing
moment.
of the instruments.
Wow, it's pretty impressive.
They're very impressive.
What a moment in history, girls. You are standing right where World War II ended.
From the USS Missouri, you can take a ride to a legendary memorial over water. Here is the USS Arizona, which was attacked by Japanese forces on December 7th, 1941. The tragedy launched the United States into World War II. More than 2 million people visit this site every year and pay respect to the more than 1,000 sailors and Marines who lost their lives while serving their country. The USS Arizona is still an active military base. While we were there, we were fortunate enough to run into a former military veteran.
I made 9 invasions of the Pacific plus Pearl Harbor, and I was out here for 5 years from the time I came to Pearl Harbor to the end.
Navy hero Delton Walling is a Pearl Harbor survivor. He was a Navy second-class signalman.
Because I was on the communication tower 180 feet in the air, and 182 planes come in on us at one time. And when you have 182 planes come in at you at one time, you have high range, you got dive bombers, you got torpedo bombers, you got strafers, and they're synchronized answers. See, we hadn't been in war for 35 years. So all of your commanders, everything is living in the past. They haven't come up to date. And Pearl Harbor come along and give them one awful shock.
At 95 years old, he left us with this important message.
Love everybody. If you don't have any love in this world anymore, you're not going to exist.
Seeing this monumental piece of American history was not only an unforgettable moment for my girls, but for my sister and I as well. It is truly an incredible experience and a very important reminder of the sacrifices servicemen and women have made for our country. Not leave Oahu without experiencing the sounds of the islands. We had Duke's Waikiki, an open-air beachside restaurant named after surfing legend Duke Kahanamoku. Here they offer food and drink.
Oh yeah, give them Hawaiian style.
And entertainment. The laid-back atmosphere is directly next to the picturesque beaches of Waikiki. Here you can experience the sights, sounds, and flavors that Oahu has to offer.
Thank you so much for joining us down here at Duke's Waikiki, everybody. All right.
Of course, no trip to Hawaii is complete without a visit to an authentic luau. The tradition dates back to the days of old Hawaii. Locals throw large feasts in honor of weddings, graduations, and birthdays. For visitors, you can find a luau just about every night of the week. Your ohana, or family, can gather for an experience of tropical sights and sounds. Acrobatic fire dancers will mesmerize with an exotic performance set to native Hawaiian music. It's a celebration of life and togetherness. And if you've ever wanted to watch fireworks from the beach, stick around the Waikiki coast on Friday evenings. A free fireworks show happens every week at 7:45 p.m. sharp. You can watch the sky light up from just about any point along the Waikiki coast. The show is 10 minutes long, making it a short and sweet way to end your day. We had an amazing family trip to the island of Oahu. Here, we embraced the spirit of aloha. We soaked in the historic sights of Pearl Harbor, went horseback riding at a 4,000-acre nature reserve, visited Hawaii's Hollywood backlot, learned about ancient traditions that are still alive today, tasted island fare with a modern twist, and saw a fireworks show we'll never forget. This dream vacation is one we'll talk about for years to come.
Thanks for watching Family Travel. I'm Colleen Kelly. Enjoy making memories on your next family vacation. Aloha! Aloha!